I hate this channel.
No! No!
Hey guys, it's your girl Malibu Mula. If you never seen my face before, hey, what's up, hello? If you've been here Hey guys, it's your girl Malibu Mula. If you never seen my face before, hey, what's up, hello? But if you've been here before, what's good, Malibu Crew? How are you? How you doing today, tonight? Whenever you're watching this video, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up, even though the title might seem kind of crazy, but I'm gonna break it down for real. And make sure you subscribe to be part of the Malibu Crew, because there's always good vibes over here. So y'all, it's okay to be a 304. Now, if you don't know what a 304 is, I just found out what a 304 is. Basically, a 304 is basically a hoe. It is okay to have a hoe phase, and let me break it down. When I say hoe, it can mean a lot of things. Men call women hoes for a lot of things. Men call women hoes for either because she's talking to a lot of guys, either she's selling what's between her legs, either she's very sexually active. At the end of the day, it's your body, do whatever you want to do. But for me personally, I feel like every woman should have a whole phase. And when I say whole phase, I mean every woman shouldn't be looking for nothing, a serious relationship. I feel like when you're out here looking for a serious relationship or out here trying to put your all into somebody, that's when you fall into the wrong hands of somebody who doesn't treat you correctly, doesn't treat you the way you want to be treated, and you know, it's gonna play you. I feel like at a young age, when you're young, turned, lit, you should go through your whole phase. And when I mean whole phase, I mean going on dates, you know. If you want to be sexually active, that's on you, your body, your choice. But I mean date. And don't be looking into something serious with any of these men at your age. Like, I could tell y'all, when I was 16, I got into my first real relationship. We broke up when I was 17. From 17 to, I'm 23 right now, to 23 was my whole phase. And when I tell you, it was a time. And that's when I learned what type of dudes I liked. That's when I learned what my body likes and don't like. That's what I learned, the game. Like, you learn the game from the men that you date. And I say this because a lot of women be stuck in relationships at a very young age. I'm gonna say a lot. Some women are happy, but I say most women who get bored of marriage, who get tired of their boyfriends, been with them for so long, is because they weren't able to explore. If your man is not loving you the way that he wants to love you or the way you want him to love you, you get bored. That's why I always try to encourage every girl, have your whole phase. Like, you ain't got to give it up to nobody, but if you want to go on dates with A, B, C, D, and E, go right ahead. You're young, lit, and turn, and don't let nobody shame you for what you are doing. Like, I can count on my fingers how many one-night stands I had. I can count on my fingers how many times I was in talking stages with dudes and it didn't work out what they do. I can count how many times I went on late-night trips with men. Like, I was having fun. Were there times where I was stressing myself out about men? Yeah. With your whole phase, you're going to stress because there's some men who will feed you some lies. And when I tell you, we're women. So, of course, we're going to believe the lies. Of course, we're going to believe, like, oh, I want to be with you, da-da-da-da-da. But it's like, dog, no. I just say have fun. Have fun, but also keep track of the men that you date. And also keep track of the red flags that they give you that you don't like. Because I feel like at the end of your whole phase, you end up being with somebody. Like, I swear to God, when I tell you 2023, the way I was just dating, I was going on dates. I'll tell you, I'll be 100 real with you. I was going on dates. I was fucking. But it wasn't just every dude I went on a date with I was fucking. I could tell you in 2023, I've been on like 20 days. Out of the 20, I probably fucked like 3 of them. And like one of them was a one-night stand. And do I look at myself as disgusting? No. Like, I'm young, I'm learning, and I kid you not, my boyfriend came at the end. He came at the very end and did all that whole shit. And when I tell you, like, I feel like that always happens when you, I don't want to be cliche and be like, oh, you know, when you find a boyfriend, it's unexpected. But I feel like when you're not really thinking about it, that's when it comes. Like, I mean, like, not thinking about it. Because I met my boyfriend on a dating app on BLK. And that was like the main apps I was using was Hinge, BLK, Facebook dating. Like, I was on those because I was just in the mindset of I just got out of a toxic ass on and on 7-year relationship. Get down. Go. I just came from an on and off 7-year relationship. I'm not looking for nothing right now. And I have my own crib. So it was like, woo, woo, it's time to get crazy. And I mean, like, some dudes came to my crib, some dudes didn't. Some dudes I went on a date. And when I tell you, I went on dates with a couple of dudes that I went on current dates and we didn't do nothing. But I got to learn about them. I got to see the icks I don't like. And a lot of people think it's a waste of time. To me, I don't think it is a waste of time. I feel like because we are women, you don't want to get stuck to one man forever. You want to learn what type of man you like and what type of man is for you. Like for me, I know the man that I want to be in love with and be in love with is a man who's about business, because I'm a business girl. So I know some similarities. Want a man that's about business and that is about, you know, money and shit like that. And that's what I got. Like, you know, you always want to say what you want, not what you need. Because when you need something, it's going to come less and less to you. When you want something, it gives you the drive and it gives that spiritual energy to give you what you want, but not when you need it at the time, right? So I can tell y'all, I was in the streets and I did not care. Like, when I tell y'all, I was just having fun. And when I mean I was having fun, I was going on dates, as in like movies and laser tag. I even stepped out of my race and was talking to like white boys, like, because, you know, when you're younger, I feel like a lot of us be like, oh, he gotta be 6 this, have this, do this. But as a grown woman, I feel like, for me, I don't know about everybody else, but for me as a grown woman, some of that stuff doesn't matter. Like, he gotta be 6 this, like, it don't really matter, because he could be 6'3" and still be an asshole, and he could be 5'2" and still be an asshole. Like, height does not matter. Do looks matter? I feel like looks don't matter, because it's all about within the heart and your mindset. And that's what I learned in my whole phase. Like, I pulled some 10s, but they were assholes. They didn't even know how to hold a conversation. Like, ew. But then there was some that were like, you know, medium cute, who were very like thoughtful and very caring and stuff like that. And my whole thing is, I don't believe you should nobody should be dating you 2 to 3 months in, because anything can happen in 2 to 3 months. It could be good, bad, and now you're stuck with this person. No, I say give it at least like 6 months, 6 to 7 months of if y'all are talking, and then if y'all don't talk about being in a relationship or whatever, then move on. But like 2 to 3 months is crazy, because I barely know you, barely know me. Like, yeah. That's just me. But yeah, back what I was saying, I was just like, you know, I appreciate my whole phase, because it really taught me, like, if I don't want to deal with something, I could just leave. And a lot of them dudes I didn't want to deal with, I didn't spend no more talking. I did not. I literally got up and left. And that's what teaches you in your whole phase, is like, if you don't want to deal with somebody or something, you just leave. He's not the one for you. Why are you trying to work it out? He ain't your man. Bye. If he don't agree with something that you don't like, bye. But the only thing that was very hard for me in my whole phase is when a woman's been single for so long and a man comes in and like tries to, how can I say this? When a man comes in and tries to like switch up your flow, a single woman, we get offensive. Like, say, you know, I've been, like, this is a common one. Say, like, I'm always outside with my friends, you feel me? And I talked to a dude and he's like, yeah, I don't really like girls that be outside like that. But then it's like, sometimes you gotta think about it. Do I want to be with this man? Because then I'm gonna have to change myself. Because 9 out of 10, when you do get a boyfriend, you mostly gonna be with him, or you gonna be with whatever. But like, you gotta think about it. Like, do I really want a man who's gonna be keeping me inside, or do I want a man with balance? For me, I love a man who knows he's dating a bad bitch, or he know his bad bitch gonna be outside, and he knows I'm gonna be outside with my friends. It's like, you gotta know what type of man you want, and that's what I learned in my whole phase. I just learned, like, I just knew, like, I didn't care how tall he was. All I knew is I knew that I wanted my man to have a car because I'm passenger princess. I got my license too, so shut the fuck up. Anyways, I knew that I wanted a man who knew about business, who will push me to be the entrepreneur that I know I can be. I knew I wanted a man who loved me with my attitude, my different outbursts, who can make me laugh, who loves to eat as much as I do, because as y'all can see, I love me to eat. Who could just be chilling. And like, you know, and that's what the things I like, as I was dating, I was checking off and I was like, no, you're not him. No, you're not him. No, you're not him. Because honestly, you can go on a date with somebody and on the first date, everybody's always gonna impress you. But it's not for you to cry about it. I feel like when you go on the first date, you shouldn't expect nothing. Don't expect nothing. I feel like it's not serious for you. Don't take a person serious if y'all haven't been on 10 dates. And I used to keep track of how many dates I went on with a person. And there were some dudes that I wanted a second date, and I'm like, okay, cool. After that second date, the vibe wasn't the same. Cut them off. Block them. Like, when I tell you I was vicious in my whole phase, and I didn't care because I was just like, bro, I know what I want, but I'm still willing to have fun. And no, it's not about the free meals, and no, it's not about that. It's literally getting to know somebody. Because I know some dudes don't want to do a fun date on the first date because they're like, damn, what if I waste all this money and she don't even want to text me back after? Well, that's up to you. I'm just here for the vibes, you know. I'm here for the vibes. And I'm telling you, ladies, don't be mad or afraid that you're in your whole phase. Who cares? Who the fuck cares? Because my thing is, I'd rather get the whole phase out, so when my husband comes and put a ring on my finger, I'm not missing that life. Because there be a lot of women who be married and who be trying to step out their marriage. Even for dudes, like, dudes ready to step out their marriage because they haven't got enough of the whole phase out. And I'm still young. I'm 23. So like, but I feel like the whole phase is done for me. Like, I am happy with just being with one person. I have realized that I'm happy to be with one person. I feel like with your whole phase, you gotta let your standards down. You have to think about different things, as in, how do I want this person to make 6 figures and I don't make 6 figures? That doesn't make no sense. You are going to attract the people who are similar to you. And the thing about it is, you're probably sitting here like, Malibu, that can't be true because the last nigga, he didn't have good communication skills. Well, do you have good communication skills? Like, really look at yourself. Do you really have good communication skills? Or you might be like, I'm not talking to him because he didn't open the door for me, and this and the fourth. Like, ladies, to be real honest with you, a man can open the door for you. A man can push your chair. A man can do a lot of bare minimum shit and still be shit. Like, you can't fall for the bare minimum shit, because at the end of the day, that's all a mask under who the real person they are. And one thing about men, they have the audacity to say a lot of shit. So you kind of got to catch on to what they say, because the one thing I learned is when you're sitting quiet, a man's going to... And that makes you learn more about the man. Telling you, I learned this all from dating and going out with different men. the game. Like, you just really have to know the game of men and being okay with yourself. Like, you have to, at the end of the day, love yourself. If you beat yourself up because like the dating scene's not going well and this, that, and the fourth, and you're losing hope in yourself, then you don't really love yourself. Because at the end of the day, when you love yourself, situations like that wouldn't even bother you. You're just like, okay, on to the next one. Like, you know, when you love yourself, like, genuinely love everything about you, from the last hair particle all the way down to your toes, you ain't gonna care. Because at the end of the day, you're just dating. That's why you shouldn't expect a lot from dating. And I be trying to tell people, like, when you're dating, you're in your whole phase. Like, do whatever you want to do, have fun. Like, it's your life. And again, it's like, why are we stressing out about boyfriends and stuff like that? Like, I know a lot of people are like jealous or envious when they see some of their friends and relationships and shit like that. But it's like, don't be jealous and envious over shit you don't know, because people know how to paint a pretty picture on the outside, but on the inside, you don't know what's really going on. You don't know like all the statistics and shit like that. So don't praise people's relationships, and don't be trying to be their goals because you don't know how their relationship really is. And that's why I always tell females, go have fun. Don't stress over that nigga. Go to the next one. And keep going. And keep going. And keep going. Because you never know what is going to happen. Especially when, I'm telling you, it literally when your man comes when you're least thinking about it. When you're least thinking about it. And I applaud every woman that's in their whole phase, because it's like you're getting your groove back. It's like you are empowered of you and your decisions. You are picking and choosing who you want to fuck with, who you don't want to fuck with. And it's okay to have a roster. Who said you can't have a roster? Like, I had a roster. I had like, what, 10 guys on my roster. And I made time for each and all of them. And as the week goes by, one left, the other one left. And the thing about it too, when you're dating, let me tell you one thing. When you're dating and a dude tells you he got a lot going on, sis, just leave. There's more out there, just leave. Because there's two things he's gonna do. He's either gonna bring you attitude that you don't need, and two, he's just gonna ghost you anyway. Cause I feel like some dudes say that, like, oh, I got a lot going on, because they can't fund you, or they just don't know what to do with themselves. And that's not your problem to figure out. Do not be stressing over no man that ain't your man. Don't be stressing over no man that ain't actually be their girlfriend. Yeah, you spend all this time with this person, but you gotta remember it's just all for fun. You're young. You're having fun. Now, y'all been talking for 6 months, and y'all been going on dates and stuff like that. And then y'all get the conversation about, are y'all together or not? Because one thing I can't stand is when you've been with the dude for so long and like y'all not having those conversations. Or like, you gotta learn the dude too. Like, is he the type of person that does it big when he wants a girlfriend? You know, stuff like that. And you gotta like know off grip what a man wants. Because when I tell you, one thing I learned from my good sis is always let a man tell you what he wants first. When a man asks you, what are you looking for? You go and tell him, oh, I'm very adaptable, you know. I'm adaptable to anything right now, you know. I'm just seeing what's out there. How about you? He's gonna tell you exactly what he wants. Now, some of them may lie and be like, oh, I'm gonna just tell her this so I can get her pants. But ladies, put on those thinking caps by the words and messages that a person is saying. Because a person can show you how they really feel about you by words, actions, and how they move. That's why when I'm telling y'all, when y'all get into this whole phase, don't be stressing over no nigga. Don't be stressing over no man. And when you in this phase, it's okay to date out your race. It's okay to talk to people about your race. Because truthfully, you don't know. What if your race is not your true love? What if that's not the person that God has for you? What if you keep talking to a certain group of men where you should be talking to a different type of group of men. You know? That's how I look at it. And I feel like don't waste your time dating someone if they're not coming to see you. Because you're wasting time and attention on somebody that's not even worth it. Because why are you paying anybody any mind? Why are you paying anybody mind that you ain't gonna see? Okay. But yeah, I say have fun, do your whole face, stay safe, and make sure somebody always got your location. Make sure that you are meeting up with the person. If you feel comfortable with them picking you up, give them a fake location, and make sure your location is always on, and make sure you watch out for all your surroundings and have fun. And truth and believe, when you're done, when you're like, okay, I'm really done with my whole phase, at the end, you will know what type of man you want and what type of man you don't want, and your preferences and all that extra stuff. Believe me. But it's your girl Malibu Moolah. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions or concerns, all my social media is in the description box. I love you guys. Bye.